Hey guys, Rocky here. Just wanted to show you the results of the construction in the downstairs washroom. Initially, we started out, we wanted to put some shelves in. Well, actually, not shelves, we actually have a section in the corner that could be made into shelves, but I wanted to put a face on it and put a couple of doors on it, put some shelves in it later. But for the moment, we've just got the face on it. I want to show you what was done there. Initially, what we wanted to do was put two doors on and have a foot section in the middle where we'd have it opened up, but we'd have a couple, three shelves in there. And that plan was changed. Nancy saw what I was doing and decided she wanted me to do it differently. So here is the somewhat finished product. So we have the two doors on here. Like I said, initially we wanted to put shelves down the middle here, put this door over further and have a section in the middle with three shelves on it or four shelves on it or whatever. But when she saw me doing this, I didn't have this door on, and this section over here was open, wide open. All I had was this door and a piece in the middle, and somehow she got the idea that I was going to just put the two doors close together and not have any shelves in the middle. And she suggested that to me, asked me if that's what I was doing, and I told her, no, that's not what I had planned. But she said that she liked that idea, that she didn't really want me to put the shelves in the middle, so I left those out. So where I left off last, on the last video, we were at the point where we had this one door on and we had this beam in here, but we had a 1x1 in here, or 2x2, whatever you want to call it, half of a 2x4, split in half. And the problem was getting it secure. I couldn't get it very tight there, and I wasn't happy with it. And that's where I left it. I figured when I come back, I'd change it out. Of course, when she suggested putting the two doors there, I thought, okay, well, that's a perfect idea. We'll put the two doors close together. We won't use a 1x1. We'll just use the full width of a 2x4. So that's what I've done. Put the full width of the 2x4 in there. So then I put the other door on. I actually had to put this 2x4 in order to put the hinges on, to put the door on there. And I showed that to her, and this was open over here. Of course, there was nothing in here. There's 4 2x4s there that weren't there. That was just an open hole. And I hadn't really decided what I was going to do to fill that in, or if I was going to fill it in or what I was going to do. I basically wanted to put this together, let her come and have a look, let her see for herself. Now we have an open section over here. Okay, so now what do you want me to do, And as soon as she saw it, she says, can you just fill that in over there somehow? The first thing she said was she wanted me to hang that on there just to cover up the hole for a time being. So I put it on with a few tacks, and it was not quite wide enough, and it was about 2 or 3 inches too short, so it didn't cover the hole. So I showed her that, and she said, okay, well, can you just fill it in? And I said, well, I could fill it in, yeah, with something, I guess. I said, maybe I got some plywood kicking around or something that I could use to just fill the hole in. But I got thinking about it afterwards, and probably a half hour later I decided to fill it in with something, and I realized, well, I don't really have any plywood that size or anything, I don't think. So I thought, well, why not just cut the 2x4s? Wouldn't take many, 3 or 4, maybe 5, I thought, and just butt them up against each other and fill it in with 2x4s. So that's what I did. And like I said, it took, I thought maybe it was going to take about 5. It took well, I've only taken 3.5, but I didn't want to split one down the middle and go through all that racket. So there was enough room to let the inside one overlap a little bit, give me a chance to screw it right onto an existing 2x4 in there. So I ended up using four pieces to fill it in, and that's the finished product. So I mean, right now we could put that nice little mural back over it if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that just now. She suggested that Nancy suggested that we just fill it in and then we just paint it out with something, whatever we're going to paint it with. I'm not sure yet, but we'll do that. First she said to me, how are you going to get the gyprock on there? And I got looking at it, I was like, oh yeah, well, that's not going to work. Here's the doors up against here. I'd have to get the door up with the gyprock on and rehinge the door and all this stuff, and it just wouldn't be right. So that's when she said, well, why don't we just paint it out? And I said, yeah, okay, well, we can paint it out whatever color you want. It'd be okay. So we can put gyprock on down here, as I mentioned before, and finish the gyprock up here, of course, and finish the ceiling with the gyprock up there. So the other thing she wanted me to do was take the little mirror down that was up there before, so she could put that back upstairs, hang it on the wall again. That's the one that had the 2 doors on it, and she asked me to string this one so that we can hang it up. So There we go. That's hanging up. That's a nice big. It's a nice big mirror. You can see really good in that one. I like that. Next thing I think I'm going to do is I got a track light that we took down from one of the rooms upstairs, and it's got 4 lights on it. I think I'm gonna mount it maybe up above the mirror because it's got four bulbs, 4 shades. Then I can just run the cord to a receptacle, and we have a nice bright light over the mirror, because you do need a good light coming in. So if you want to, you know, shave, whatever you want to do, you got to be able to see, right? She wants to put on her makeup here, which she probably won't, but if we have company and they're going to a party or something, one could be doing makeup upstairs, and one could be doing the makeup downstairs. So I guess that would probably work as long as they can see. This light here is not bright enough. That's what was in there to start with. I mean, it lights the place up, but it's not good enough for this kind of stuff over here. And the other thing she asked me to do was to throw this this towel rack that's been laying around here. Actually, I took that down from the garage. It was in the garage. She asked me if I'd put that up on the wall, so I stuck that up there for now, just temporarily. We'll end up putting the gyprock on there, like I say, and then putting that back up. Not exactly sure if that's going to go right where it is now, or if we're going to put it someplace else, but higher maybe or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's the finished product in here for the moment. Semi-finished, I guess you could call it. Next thing is these doors. They don't really want to stay closed. I just picked up yesterday a couple of magnetic latches that are going to hook in here. There'd be a metal tab go on here somewhere, maybe a little lower, higher than that, somewhere on that door to match up with what we have here, one on each side. And that'll help to hold these doors closed, because right now they want to stay open. These hinges, I don't know what it is, if I haven't got them installed properly or what, but they seem to have a little tension on them. I did put a screwdriver in here and up there a couple times and give it a little nudge to see if I could kind of warp the hinges a little bit. That helped. They were a lot tighter. I might have to do that a little more yet if those magnets aren't going to be strong enough to hold. We'll find out once I put the magnets in how much strength they have and if they do the trick. So anyway, that's pretty much it for that. So until the next time, peace out.